Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're looking at some linear functions. We're going to start with a review of slope-intercept form. So let's look at these three examples. Write down the gradient and y-intercept. This one's already in the form y equals mx plus b. So the slope equals 3, and the y-intercept equals the constant, which is negative 5. Okay, the next example, it's not in the form y equals mx plus b, so we have to change it into that form first by dividing both sides by negative 2. We get y equals negative half x. So the slope here is negative half, and the y-intercept is 0. And in the third one, we're going to rearrange it into slope-intercept form by bringing these terms to the other side of the equation first, and then by dividing by 2. So we have y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 1. So the slope equals negative 3 over 2, and the y-intercept equals 1. Okay, next we're going to look at point-slope form of the line. So in this one here we have y and x just like in the other form of the line. We have the slope obviously, and x1, y1 is any point on the line. So you can use any point on the line. And this derives from the slope formula. If we just multiply both sides by x minus x1, you get point slope form. Okay, so this one can be very handy, especially if you're given a point and the slope of a line. So here we have a point and a slope, so it's going to be y minus y1, which is negative 2, equals the slope times x minus x1, which you can simplify to y plus 2 equals 4 times x minus 6. And it's easy to change this to slope-intercept form if you need to. Okay, next example, this is called general form, sometimes called standard form. Sometimes this c is here or it's on the other side, but there's no really convention on this. Okay, we want to find the slope of this line by rewriting it. So we did one like this before. 4y equals negative 2x minus 24. Divide by 4. We'll get negative half x minus 6. So the slope is negative half. Now in this example, we've got a line passes through this point with this gradient. Rearrange the point-slope form into this form. So we're given a point and the slope, so we can start with point-slope form. Y minus negative 1 equals negative 3 times x minus 2. And we want to get this form, and this part here says that a, b, and c have to be integers, and a has to be bigger than 0, so a positive number. So we have y plus 1 equals negative 3x plus 6. Let's add 3x to both sides, and we have 3x plus y, and then we'll subtract 5 from both sides. Minus 5 equals 0. So that's your final answer. All these coefficients are integers. If they're fractions, you'd have to multiply by something to get rid of the fractions. But they're all integers. The a value is greater than 1, greater than 0, so it's in the correct form. Okay, next, write an equation of a line with gradient 2 that passes through this point in point-slope form, but we're given the gradient and a point, so we can start with point-slope form. Y minus 4 equals 2 times x minus 1. Y minus 4 equals 2x minus 2. So y equals 2x plus 2. So start with point-slope form, and in a couple steps you can get slope-intercept form. Okay, next we have a line passes through 2 points. Write in general form. So we'll start off by getting the slope with the slope formula. Okay, so that's the slope formula. Y, so we can start with the 8 minus 6 over negative 2 minus 1 gives you 2 over negative 3, which is negative 2/3. Okay, then we can do the point-slope form. Y minus, let's use this one. You can pick either point, it's the same thing. This point-slope form, we want to write it in this form. Probably the easiest thing to do first is to multiply everything by 3 to get rid of the fraction. 3y minus 18 equals negative 2 times x minus 1. So 3y minus 18 equals negative 2x plus 2. Let's get the x to the other side. 2x plus 3y. And then subtract 2 from both sides. Minus 20 equals 0 is your final answer.